All right, welcome to Gaia Community. We are an earth-based pagan Unitarian Universalist congregation, meeting here every Sunday at 4 o'clock, more or less. Universalists for today are myself, David, and Matt. We will also be working tech a little bit along the way, so we apologize for any delays. If you have any technological devices on you that you need to silence, please do so now, so they don't interrupt all the other nonsense we're going to do today. Speaking of nonsense, today is Member Sunday. So we are going to be celebrating the community itself and our connection to each other and the wider world.
Just realized we here in the space can see the thing. But if anybody jumps in online, they will not see the thing.
Gotcha.
And it won't show on the recording.
All right, over to you then.
I feel greatly relaxed in the burden of getting technology and ritual flow correct, because I was at a much larger congregation this morning, and even with 3 professional staff helping run the service, they have bubbles too. We're great, we're golden. So we will be using music for several integral parts of ritual today: the casting of our circle, the charging of our gifts, and the devocation of our circle. And we'll be using some tunes, familiar and unfamiliar. Our devocation tune is the Earth Grace by Kitty Degler, and the charging song is the meditation on breathing. But one that you might not know as well is our opening hymn. Yes, that one. Mother Earth, Beloved Garden, which comes from the UU hymn supplement, Singing the Journey. Let me see if I can get the box for the Zoom meeting out of the way of the lyrics. This has many verses. We will sing them all. There are slides for them all, but for learning the song, we'll just use the first one because the melody never changes, just the words. So I will sing you a verse and then we will break it down as we do. Mother Earth, beloved garden, living treasure underfoot, all our days you ground our being, sage and thistle, grass and root, herbs to heal us, plants to feed us, land to till and tend and plow. With a pendant deep as midnight north, we ask you be here now. All right, so let's break that down a little bit. I'll sing something and then we'll sing it together. Mother Earth, beloved garden, Mother Earth, beloved garden, living treasure underfoot, living treasure underfoot. All our days you ground our being, all our days you ground our being, sage and thistle, grass and root, sage and thistle, grass and root, herbs to heal us, plants to feed us, herbs to heal us, plants to feed us, land to till and tend and plow, land to till and tend and plow. With the pendant deep as midnight, with the pendant deep as midnight, north we ask you be here now. North we ask you be here now. Hooray! Let's try that all together. Mother Earth, beloved garden, living treasure underfoot, all our days you ground our being, sage and thistle, grass and root, herbs to heal us, plants to feed us, land to till and tend and plow. With the pendant deep as midnight north, we ask you be here now. Absolutely, absolutely. That is what we're looking for. I forgot my permission-giving language a moment ago, so I am going to give it to you now. And that permission-giving language is that while there are forms of bardic magic that are best served by everyone being perfectly in sync and in harmony and in tune, etc., etc., bardic magic is like any other magic. The active thinky brain gets in the way. So make a sound that makes you happy. Watch the screen for the words, and all shall be well, and all manner of things shall be well. All right. You might know this one already. And if you don't, I hope that you like it as much as I do, because I like it a lot. So just like our opening, our closing has many verses, one verse for every element, because it was written to do this very thing. So the music goes, earth and air and fire and rain support the seed and grow the grain. We thank the earth for all she gives, that we may feast and grow and live. All right, let's break that down line by line. Yes. It is feast and not fest. That is a typographical error that I hopefully didn't copy later. All right, first line. Earth and air and fire and rain. Earth and air and fire and rain support the seed and grow the grain. Support the seed and grow the grain. We thank the earth for all she gives. We thank the earth for all she gives, that we may feast and grow and live. That we may feast and grow and live. And all together, just for fun. Earth and air and fire and rain support the seed and grow the grain. We thank the earth for all she gives, that we may feast and grow and live. I love it, I love it, I love it. As you know, the meditation on breathing has two parts. There is the very easy part, not written out on our slide here, where you simply say breathe in, breathe out, about like so. Breathe in, breathe out. And if that is your level of musical comfort, you are free to hang out there the whole time. And if you would like something a bit more, the melody is, when I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. Do we need to break that one down, or would we like to just sing it? Okay. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. There is a secret third part. When I breathe in, I breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. I know some of you know that harmony, so I'm going to hold down the melody for you to harmonize against, just to practice it once, and here we go. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace. When I breathe out, I'll breathe out love. And that's what we will be singing while we charge our member gifts today. This ends all of the song teaching portion of our day, bringing us back to David.
So our chalice lighting today comes from All Animals Are Our Relatives by Florence Kapow, with modifications. We light this chalice in honor of the nature spirits, furred and hoofed, two-legged, four-legged, many-legged, no-legged, fanged and clawed, gentle and fierce, wild and tame. May we remember that all animals are our relatives, worthy of our care and respect. So be it.
So be it. For grounding today, I invite you to assume a comfortable position. It might be a sitting position. It might be a standing position. It might be a laid out on the floor position, if that's the way you're feeling it today. And as you're becoming comfortable, allow your spine to lengthen. Allow those places that hold tension to begin to relax. And as you take in your next breath, follow it in and down to the pit of your stomach, and allow your attention to drift below the breath, down through your legs, through the soles of your feet, reaching down like roots through the floor, through the substrata of the city, down through the earth and the rock and the ground waters, down and down and down. Until those roots growing down from you reach into the fiery core of the earth. And as you continue breathing, pull with your breath the warmth and light of the earth up through those roots, back through the waters and the rock and the dirt and the city layer and the floor beneath us, up through your feet, warming through your legs, rising and rising until you reach that spot at the bottom of your rib cage. And now, as you take in a breath, allow your consciousness to rise from the lungs, up through your neck, through your head, and out through the crown, rising above you, past the ceiling, past the building, rising as the city becomes small and map-like below you, rising farther until the land is indistinguishable from one piece to the next, rising until we are in the cool vastness beyond our atmosphere, looking down on the blue marble we call home, connected by our spirit to that indistinguishable point where our body resides. Allow your consciousness to reach out and gather some of the cool energy moving through the expanse around you, gathering it and sending it down the tether, through the atmosphere, toward the landmass, toward the map-like appearance of the city below, toward a street called Troost and a building called Ubuntu, down through the roof of that building, through the upper floor, and down into the crown of your head, radiating downward through your spine, meeting that point at the bottom of your rib cage and beginning to swirl with the energy drawn up from the earth with each breath. And these two powers mix and churn, and as you breathe, the energy of the earth goes up and the energy of the stars goes down, making you a conduit from the celestial realms to the realms of deepest earth. And in this way, we are grounded above and below. So be it.
So be it. Because so much of our planet is water, we purify today with water. Cold, clear water purified through the global rain cycle and delivered to our homes and this building safely through local infrastructure. We invite you to purify by sprinkling some of it upon you, dipping your hands through it, letting impurities be dissolved away. While all of nature is sacred, and therefore we ourselves are sacred, it is sometimes useful to feel relieved of distractions, burdens, shame, and worry. And we're purified. So be it.
So be it.
For circle casting today, we pass around this lit candle. We speak words of encouragement and welcome to all who pass this light or receive it. If you're joining us online, imagine that the electrons passing from this recording to you convey the candle, and your attention watching it returns that energy. And I pass it to you saying, I am glad you are part of our web, and I hope yourself is enriched by our time together. I am glad you are part of our web, and I hope yourself is enriched by our time together. I'm glad you're part of our web.
I'm glad you're part of our web.
And I hope yourself is enriched by our time together.
I'm glad you're part of our web, and I hope yourself is enriched by our time together.
You are enriched by our time. Our circle is cast, so be it.
So be it. I will bequeath unto you this clicker for the verses. If you will rise as you are able, and we'll begin with our attention to the north. If rising is not part of your practice at this time, simply turn your attention to the directions of the time and all shall be well. And if you need to look behind us for the words, that is also fine. Mother Earth, beloved garden, living treasure underfoot. All our days you ground our being, sage and thistle, grass and root. Herbs to heal us, plants to feed us, land to till and tend and plow. With the pendant deep as midnight north, we ask you be here now. Father, ere your inspiration holds together all that lives, as we breathe, our minds see clearly, leading us to love and give. Raging whirlwind, whispered breezes, violent gale and gentle cloud. With the blade as sharp as morning east, we ask you be here now. Brother fire, great transformer, share the passion of the sun. In our hearts your warmth revives us, cooks our food and heats our homes. Flaming candle, blood within us, blazing desert will to grow. With the wand directing power south, we ask you be here now. Sister water ever flowing, ocean, river, pond, and rain, drink we now and quench our thirsting, cleanse us, we begin again. Mist and ice, a host of changes, all that courage will allow. With the cup, the holy chalice west, we ask you be here now. Lover, spirit, intuition, in the center of our souls. In your love we find relation, all connected we are whole. Timeless mystery, quiet conscience, deepest values voice inside. With the drum and with the cauldron, this we ask you, be our guide. Welcome, elements.
Remain standing as you're able. We greet now our powers of deity, As it's Member Sunday, it is only appropriate we start with Gaia. Gaia, mother of gods and men, we once again invite you to join our community named in your honor. Patron from the beginning, foundation of the world, we beseech you to sit with our circle. Source of bounty and final destination of us all, we honor you and all your children and creations. Hail Gaia.
Hail Gaia.
Prometheus, Farseer, you who lights the path with foreknowledge, we welcome you here among us on this day, that thanks flow from the community to its members. A reversal of ritual energy that reminds us that the power of the community flows from those who shape it. You who taught humanity many arts, we invite you to stand with us as we work to affirm that caring for the self is caring for the community, so that the community in turn can uplift us all the better. As these lights burn at the center of our worship space, may the light of your inspiration flow out and among us in this work. Hail Prometheus.
Hail Prometheus.
Now you may be seated.
I can only imagine that you might be wondering, why a plant? Matt has had some interesting ideas, but where are we going here? And the answer is, every week we say, caring for the earth and each other because our lives depend on it. But we live in a city. Now, there are some who have gardens, and there are those of us who swear they could kill an air plant. But we can attempt to enrich our bonds with nature in a small way by caring for a small piece of nature. And we can also remember that not every bond is correct for every person. So while we will charge these plants with sacred intention and give to them our love and care, if it doesn't work out, that's okay. Death is part of the cycle of life. And if that is not your particular connection to the earth, that is okay. However things pan out, we hope that this small addition will be one more blessing to the many we know you all give and receive. So we invite all of you who are present in the space to choose a plant. If you are close to someone who cannot be present, feel free to choose for them. I don't see anyone online, so I can't say if you're online, tell me in the chat what sort of plant you would like. We have several. Most of them are edible, possibly all of them.
All of them are edible to someone. I don't know your allergies, guys. I'm not going to assume that you can all eat, let's see, lavender, oregano, chives, spinach, arugula, and what am I missing?
I think you might have it.
No, there should be 6.
Rosemary?
Rosemary, thank you. So they are all labeled more or less. Some of them came in 6-packs, and so those will be behind the ones that are not labeled are behind their label. So this is spinach here. And these 6 over here, I believe, are the arugula.
Mhm.
Yes. Everything else should have a little tag in it itself. As you pick, I also encourage you to pick a pot and a tray to keep the water and dirt and such in it when it returns to your home. And if you like, you are welcome to decorate that pot inside or out as you see fit with intentions for caring for yourself, caring for each other, caring for the world, caring for the community, whatever strikes your fancy that you want to imbue in this small piece of the web of existence. Again, permissions given, you don't have to do any of that. You can leave the pot to be perfect as it is made and brought to you. That is your call to do. Have I missed anything?
Not for the initial part, so please come and choose.
Yeah, feel free to move your chair up and work there or work at your seat.
And while you are choosing a plant, please choose also a dragon tear. That will come in a bit later. Yes, we can transfer. Yes, there are so many dragon tears. There's a whole coffee can from the closet. I suspect our plants would like a drink after being transferred. So here is water for that purpose.
Be gentle with them though, because they're small plants.
They are small plants in small pots. And I want to put the seed of an idea in your mind. The first part of our charging work will be naming our rituals of care that we practice for ourselves. So think over what you do to care for yourself. Or what you would like to do to care for yourself. So as we begin the process of charging these gifts, take a few more moments to consider your methods of care for yourself, for others, for the earth, and allow your breath to carry that energy to all the gifts of the community, so that your methods of care bless the gift of the community. One of my methods of care is planning. Planning meals, planning downtime, planning time together, so that when the system works the way it should, there's always something to eat, and we know if we need to be doing anything right now so that we don't need to be stressed. We're just doing what's scheduled, even if that's sitting on the couch, not doing anything. Any other acts of caring we wish to charge the community's gifts with? Then let us transition to the next phase of our magical working. As we sing the meditation on breathing, the vibrations of our voices will travel to bless the plants, and the focus of our intention to the dragon's tear to go with your own plant. Feel free to move about the room if you care to, or stay in place if you don't. Breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. When I breathe in, I'll breathe in peace when I breathe out. I'll breathe out love when I breathe in. I'll breathe in peace when I breathe out. I'll breathe out love when I breathe in. I'll breathe in peace when I breathe out. I'll breathe out when I breathe in. I'll breathe in peace when I breathe out. I'll breathe out love when I breathe in. I'll breathe in peace when I breathe out. I'll breathe out love when I breathe in. I'll breathe in peace when I breathe out. I'll breathe out love when I breathe in. I breathe in peace when I breathe out. I'll breathe out love when I breathe in. I breathe in peace when I breathe out. I breathe out love. Hold some of that energy in for yourself. Send some out towards the community's gifts. And as you're able, bring what you have stored and plant it with your gift. Today is the day the community gives back to the members. We have a community because we come together and decide we are one, and we mutually raise energy and money to keep ourselves going. So while we're not formally taking an offering today, we are mentioning that this is the beginning of the stewardship season. Pledge cards are available online or on paper, whichever is most convenient for you, with thanks from us all to us all for choosing to be here, for choosing to continue being part of and stewarding part of this community we call ours. Thank you.
We're nearing the end of the month, so announcements will probably be spare, but we do have some. I believe you have a topic for next week.
So next week, we have a workshop. It's a paint pouring workshop. And so there will be canvas, there will be paint, different colors of paint, and you will pour the paint on the canvas and then move the canvas in ways to make a picture. But we're going to combine this with divination or spell work with colors. So you can use the paint and the colors to put a spell into practice of something that you would like to manifest, or you can use the paint and the colors to see what the world, what the universe wants, perhaps, to let you know. So it'll be a meditative time as well as a creative time. So it should be fun. Great friends. Yes, we have enough. We'll have enough for 20.
So Saturday, April 1st, no fooling. 9 a.m. They are holding Blue River Rescue despite the near total lack of social media presence this year. We've done this every year. We're going to do it again. I will register a small group of us for that. Again, 9 o'clock, Lakeside Nature Center. Most of you have been there some year, so you kind of know the drill. If you've not, please get with me and I will get you information if you can't find it online.
I think that might be all for announcements.
Okay.
So I think we're doing some thinking.
Gaia, mother of gods and men, fertile source and final destination. We thank you for attending our rite today, as you are ever present in the lives of every creature and living thing on the planet. Today, in celebration of the interdependent web, we thank you once more for all that you are, all that you do, and all that you give. Hail and well met, Gaia.
Hail and well met, Gaia. Prometheus, shaper of humanity, we thank you for being among us in our celebration of community and caring as we depart this place to continue the work of reciprocity and mutual aid. We hope you will help us remember the blessings and limits of these forms we have been given to be the best help we can to ourselves and one another. For all you are and all that you do and give, we thank you, Prometheus. Hail and well met.
Hail and well met, Prometheus.
And if you'll rise as you are able and willing, we will close our circle with Earth Grace by Kitty Dagler. Earth and air and fire and rain support the seed and grow the grain. We thank the earth for all she gives, that we may feast and grow and live. Clicking's not working. Air that moves across the plain carries the seeds, carries the rain, cooling breezes, winds of change, breath of life we all exchange. Heart of the fire, crystalline white, lightning flash, sun shining bright, energy to move and play, the power of life in us each day. Water flowing on, ocean surge, pools underground, womb of the earth, clouds full of rain, blood of life within our veins. Bones of the earth, rocks and stones, fiery magma fertile, Marvelous creatures, flowers and trees, the life that lives in me. We have one more slide. You will form the sacred amoeba. By the earth that is her body, and the grove that is his home, by the air that is her breath, and the music of his song, by the fire of her bright spirit, and the heat of his passion, by the waters of her living womb, and the dew that is his tears. This circle is open, but unbroken. May the peace of the goddess go in our hearts, and the dance of the god enliven our days. And may we care for the earth and each other, because our lives depend on it. Merry meet, merry part, and merry meet again.